My name's Dee and welcome to Untitled Tarot. Now, this is a general reading for the star sign in the title below for Mars ingress stroke transit Pisces. Depends what time I get them uploaded, because Mars enters into Pisces today. Now, according to the astrologers, Mars is not particularly all that happy in Pisces, and this is occurring at the same time as Jupiter and Saturn are both turning retrograde this week, and to have that happen for the two of them so close together is a rare event. We've got the Venus square Neptune aspect, which is lasting for at least much of the summer. So there is a lot of energies, challenging energies, and very deep energies, you know, that really enabling you to work into your dreams, look into your own inner sense of right and wrong, and am I in the right place in the universe, and if not, what am I going to do about it? There are oodles of videos on YouTube about the effects of Mars ingress Pisces, so yeah, go and watch one of them if you want to get clued up about it. In the meantime, this is a general reading rules apply. It's an oracle card based reading, but you can, I suppose, ask a question beforehand. Now, there is the same intro on all 12 signs. There'll be a timestamp down below, so you can skip past all of this waffle once you've watched it once, I hope. And do watch more than one. You want to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, your moon sign, and quite possibly, with this sort of reading, your Mars placement out of your birth chart as well. If you don't know what your chart placements are, there's a link down below to get yourself a birth chart. While I'm talking about the links down below, there's also a link to the Facebook group where I post such astrology videos for you to watch, you know, as well as obviously all of these readings. And you can contact me directly through there. It does have an inbox. There's other contact details down there as well, Twitter, Tumblr. Yeah, I think that's it, other than the ask a question. And we're looking at what energies you will get to play with, what topics you will get to look at during the Mars transit of Pisces, which, if I remember correctly, have just suddenly occurred to me, Mars is going retrograde in Pisces, so it's going to be there extra long. This could be a good thing, this could be a bad thing. Given what's been going on so far, it's likely to be a challenging thing, but hopefully in a good way. Okay, let me bring up the cards. Well, Libra, what it looks like to me is that it looks like you might be forced to do something that you really don't want to do. That's the feeling. Your dominant energy here is the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands is very much about manifestation, but I feel like she's reluctant. I often feel she's reluctant in this particular deck, and that she's in a position that she doesn't want to be, but she knows that she has to do something. Now, this is backed up with boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And the honouring path. So you know what it is that you need to do. Self-discipline and King of Swords here. Self-discipline number 41. So 5, challenge. Freedom, but challenge. And the King of Swords is someone who knows when they need to cut something out. And I feel like you need the motivation, or the motivation for this will be coming, and you desperately do want to be fair with this. We have Vazaria with clemency and equilibrium, Cialia with motivation here, but you've got to get yourself out of some form of situation. Karmic trench clarified again by the King of Swords. That's 2 King of Swords here. Now, you've got a lot of kings here, so there's definitely a lot of self-motivation, self-determination coming in, you know, that very active masculine force coming in, with all the kings, including one that just fell out here, King of Roses, that just wanted to jump out of the deck. We have the King of Forces, who exerts a calming influence but also does have a lot of forces at his command. This is clarified by the Two of Cups. So whatever this thing is that you don't want to do, it is to bring two things together to make them work in harmony. And although you don't want to do it, you know it is the right thing for you to do. But there is also an indication. All these three kings can indicate somebody new coming into your life, someone of learning, someone who is very stable, someone who's very good in the role of husband and father. Then again, that could be you. You could be stepping into this role of husband and father, calming, powerful, and learning. And I think there is a path of learning coming here for you, even if there is an advisor coming in on that level for you. Because this King of Scrolls is clarified by the Strength card. So it's almost like, no, maybe this thing that you don't want to do is to knuckle down to a level of study, but I don't think it's that. But I think you will be knuckling down to a level of study. You will be learning something new, because also I'm drawn to this King of Swords from the Crystal Power Tarot. I trust my ability to make a strategic decision. Now, to make a strategic decision, you need all the information that you can get, which again is indicating that learning aspect, but the fact that you're going to have to wave your wand at some point to ensure that I still have a candle going, by the way. I've just noticed those two go out, but you'll notice this one's still here. You still have no, I've lost it with the candles. Right, where was I? You still have to make that decision, to make that thing manifest, because you are protecting, to a point, you're protecting your home. Eight of Pentacles here, but also Eight of Pentacles is indicating the work that you need to do and to stop going round in circles with this karmic trench. There is something where I think maybe you've been repeating yourself, you've put yourself into a lesson that you have learnt already. So face the fact that you have learnt it already and move on. But I am really, really drawn to this idea of additional study and enterprise. I can't remember which one of these cards is indicating enterprise, but you have to make sure that whatever this new path is that you're setting yourself on, which is probably to do with the enterprise, is a lovely curve up to this Four of Roses here, that you are doing it for the right reasons. You are doing it for the highest reason, the honouring path, and not just taking on a burden because it's who you want to be seen to be. I think I was listening today to the astrology podcast, and it was Leo who was the one who wanted to be seen to do the right thing as well as to do the right thing. Libra, however, very mercantile sign, very much into commerce. I think maybe if you have some form of reputation, you can use that to your advantage, but don't let it run away with you, because I think maybe it's quite possible it has run away with you already and you've backed yourself into a trap. And that might be the thing where you're going, right, no more, I'm not doing this anymore. I've got to remember the reasons why I want to do this. And it's not just because of the accolades that I am receiving. But also notice right next to each other, angel number 44 with Four of Roses, Four of Scrolls. The angels are assisting you. You are going to have elements of symbolism, elements of tranquility, clues being given to you. We have the Winged Messengers card, which is very much about messages coming down from on high, delivered by the angels, delivered by the birds, and being air delivering wisdom to you. So you need to keep your ears and eyes open. And you notice with this Queen of Wands, she's sat on a throne with the sun behind her, and I feel like almost every copper or gold ray of the sun that's coming out here in this crown, let me hold it up to the main camera, is like an antennae receiving information, which is again where I'm getting that feeling of, yeah, so I know this and I know this and I know this and I know this, and I'm going to have to do it, aren't I? I'm going to have to do it. And that's the feeling that I'm getting from this. I'm going to have to do it. But it really does open up. I mean, there's load, as dire as that sounded as I began it, it opens up a lovely new period of life for you if you get rid of the burden of these two fours, the karmic trench of repeating the same thing over and over and over again. You need to move on. You need to move on to some form of stage of peace. You need to bring balance. The Two of Cups is very much a card of harmony and balance. I mean, it's a soulmate card. But I love the symbolism of this particular. They are both letting the other one drink from their cup. I love that symbolism on there. There's a wonderful peace in that polarity that's going on. And we have Vazaria, as I said, clemency and equilibrium, and Seven of Forces, balance. But the thing is, this is something that you have to strive for and achieve on your own. There may well be another person coming in that will give you all the tools for this, but they're not the person that can do it for you. You have to do it. Nine of Pentacles here. But you are getting support by those, not people, things, elements, spirits, whatever. You know, elementals, wild creatures, because we've got that winged messenger here with a bird, and we've got the squirrel here, which, I mean, there's so many symbolisms you can use with the squirrel. There's their agility. There's the fact that they store things away for later use. So what you build now and what you cut out now and then build now has got a longevity to it. Now, I pulled a card from the Tao Te Ching, as I like to in these Mars readings. We have number 79, which is a 16, which is 7, half the agreement. When peace is made between two great rivals, some resentment will surely remain. How can this be considered a good deed? That is why the sage keeps his half of the agreement, but does not require the debt from the other party. That is how the man with virtue takes charge of the agreement. But a man without virtue requires the other to fill his obligation, like a wheel running in a rut. The Tao of Heaven shows no favouritism. It is always on the side of good men. So that balance, that act that you've got to take, that you don't necessarily want to take, you keep your side of that bargain. You do that action and you keep your side of that bargain. Come what may, doesn't matter what the other person does. Doesn't matter at all, because it's all on you, and you don't need to create burdens for yourself through who you want to be seen to be. You want to take that honouring path and ensure that you truly are who you want to be. And then other people's opinions matter squat. Okay, right. That's everything that I can see there, Libra. So that was quicker than I thought it would be. But there's quite... this is... Oh yeah, this is the other thing I was saying about... balance and equilibrium. Temperance here. I find clarity through calm. I forgot to mention that one. So, yeah, you keep your side of the agreement and it doesn't matter what the other folk do. All right? Now, if this means anything to you, Libra, comment down below. Please press subscribe while you're there. I welcome all new subscribers, and thank you to those of you who have already. It really does help the channel. The like button doesn't harm either. But there's also the Facebook group down there in the description. You can message me personally through that if you wish, and keep posted for more new readings as I release them. Cheers.